Another Rising Rituals with Ray. I am your lovely host, Ràella. The whole purpose of this segment is to basically give you a little energy, give you a little juice, give you a little momentum to take into your day. 9 times out of 10, people are, first thing they do is they check their phone, and that's a total Russian roulette. It could be good news, it could be bad news, anything could have happened in the world. So, this is an opportunity to take control over your day, take control over your focus, and bring momentum into your day. So, what I want to talk about today is kind of a continuation from yesterday. We talked about the importance of consistency. Today, I would like to talk about ritualizing your routines. For whatever reason, when people use the word ritual, it makes them feel some kind of way like, oh my God, like that's magic. Like, and that's not necessarily the case. Like, it's not, you don't have to do, like, you are already utilizing rituals and you don't even know it. And what I mean by that is you are, whenever you get up, let's say you get up, you go brush your teeth, you use the bathroom, you check your phone while you're on the bathroom, scroll through Instagram real quick, whatever. That is a ritual because it is something that you do every single day with the intention to do that. That's all it is. A ritual is something that you do with intention. So if your routine is subconscious, then you're not necessarily operating with intention. But if you decide, listen, I'm going to do this with intention, I'm going to move and operate as if there is a specific outcome that I am seeking, then what's going to happen is you are going to fall into alignment, and it's going to tell your unconscious mind, like, hey, this is important to me. This is what I would like to manifest, right? So when you're operating in a space of intention, it is picked up throughout the universe. That intention is picked up throughout the universe. Marilyn Harper says this all the time. Intention is everything. Intention is everything. When you put intention into something, then whatever that intention is basically aligns for you. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it because it's so multidimensional, and it has to do with like manifestation, and it also has to do with like the creator God within you. You are a creator, and operating with intention is you telling the universe, the you and I verse, what you would like to manifest, right? So when you ritualize your routines, what that's going to do is that's going to create a space of intention throughout your routines. So what I like to use is something called habit stacking, where I stack little habits that bring forth a result. Remember, we talked about be, do, have, right? When you do a certain action, it's going to bring forth the thing that you want. So I utilize habit stacking. There's another philosophy or principle that's like eat the frog, right? You basically meaning you do the hardest things first, right? So here's a perfect example. In my night routine, I was reading and then journaling and then going to bed, right? But I have found a habit within me where at the end of the day, I like to wind down. Like, I like to let my mind kind of relax a little bit. I don't mind the journaling so much, but the reading, I'd be falling asleep and like not really fully paying attention to it. So what I ended up doing was I decided to do the reading first thing in the rising. Not first thing, but add it to my rising ritual, my rising routine. So this rising was my first day doing it, and it flowed so much better. So instead of waiting until the end of the day to do something, just get it all done first thing. And it flowed very, very intentionally and very beautifully, and I was able to get everything that I needed to get done before my first engagement. So when you operate with that sort of intention and that sort of discipline, and you ritualize your routines, you are telling the you and I verse, okay, this is important to me. And it releases like these hormones in your brain the serotonin that tells you like, oh, this feels good, reduces the cortisol levels, which causes stress, right? Because if I fell asleep and like I didn't do my reading, it would cause a little stress within me. So in order to, and you have to know how your body works. You have to know how you operate, because if you know that, okay, if I don't finish this by the end of the day, and it will cause me anxiety or it will cause me stress later down the line, then that is a signal like, okay, something needs to move around in my schedule. So that was a signal to me. Like I was falling asleep and not actually finishing the reading. So I was like, okay, we got to do something different. And so that's something else that we learned in NLP too, is like being flexible upon your approach. When you try something and it doesn't work, and you don't have to do what someone else tells, like you don't have to do it the same way someone else tells you to do it. Just because that recipe works for them, that recipe might not work for you. This isn't baking a cake. Like life is multidimensional. So if someone tells you like, oh, you got to do this, this, and this, but let's say they're an early bird, but you're a night owl, you don't have to switch it around. Do what works best for you. And so that's something that I had to learn. Like, okay, well, people say that reading helps them relax. Reading, look, if my mindset is not in alignment, reading will put me straight to sleep right now. So long story short, ritualize your routines, move with intention within your routine, because it'll signal the RAS, the reticular activating system, that this is important, and it will thus bring forth whatever it is that you are looking to manifest more into your life. It'll bring forth more alignment. It'll bring forth more of that like energy, right? And also you feel so much more accomplished when you get the hardest things done first thing in the rising. By the time you go to work or your first engagement or meeting or whatever, you feel so much better. You feel like you've already accomplished something. That's the psychology as well of like making your bed in the rising, because you've accomplished something already. So it puts you in a momentum, it puts you in a mindset of accomplishment. So whatever that flow looks like for you, or whatever that serotonin releasing energy is for you, engage in that first thing in the rising. Move your body. I started doing this thing recently where I'm like, okay, I got to work out every single day, even if it's only like 25 bicycle crunches on each leg, which is like 50, but bicycle crunches, 10 push-ups, and squats. Even if I just do that every single day, that compound effect, right? We talked about habit stacking. That compound effect is what's really going to create the gambit of your reality. So everything that you do is either depositing or withdrawing from your future. So if you are consistently building the habits that make deposits into your future, then what's going to happen is once you actually get to the future, you won't have to stress or, try. Yesterday we were talking about on Let Go and Flow. If you didn't see that episode, definitely check that out. We were also talking about consistency, but we were talking about yesterday about how, dang, I just lost my train of thought that quick. But yeah, definitely go check out the video for Let Go and Flow yesterday, because that was absolutely amazing, because we really went into detail. We went into depth about what it looks like to really be consistent. And, that is really the key to success. Consistency is the key to success. And whether if you are looking for a success is relative, right? But whatever success means to you, whether if that's just like a great paying job in a comfortable home, or if that's a family, or if that's a relationship, or if you're looking to have the number one pop-in corporation or become a billionaire, whatever it is for you, whatever success is for you, all it requires is consistency. And the coolest thing about it is you're already consistent. The question is, are you consistent in the things that are withdrawing from your future, or are you consistent in the things that are depositing into your future? So when you begin to ritualize things like your routines and things like that, it becomes more sacred. You know, I look forward to waking up and doing my meditation because it's a moment of silence for me. It's a moment of peace and zen. And it's a moment for me to observe what my thought process is doing. It's a moment for me to be like, okay, you keep going back to this same thought. It's been less than a minute and you went right back to that same thought, right? And so it gives you an opportunity to recognize your patterns. It gives you an opportunity to recognize, you know, some of these habits that you've ingrained into your mind, and it gives you the space to overcome that. It gives you the clarity to navigate throughout your day. So when you ritualize things like your rising routine, or you ritualize things like your night routine, or even just everything that you do throughout the day, make it sacred, move with intention. Your life is going to be so much more joyful, blissful, and fulfilled if you do that. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys today. I have a really huge announcement. Sahat and I are putting together a masterclass on March 26th at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Mastering Your Life. We found that a lot of people are struggling when it comes to discipline and consistency. So we are going to put together a masterclass just for you to give you actionable tools and examples on how to literally overcome some of these things that are holding you back. So let's release some of those blockages and let's step into a space of balance and alignment. So we'll give you more information regarding that here in the next couple of days, but mark your calendar now. March 26th at 1 p.m. Not Pacific, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much. And also don't forget to get our free ebook, 7spiritualmistakes.com. We noticed that there are 7 huge mistakes that these people are making after their awakening. So we listed out those 7 mistakes and hacks on how to overcome them. So definitely go to 7, that's the number 7, spiritualmistakes.com, and get your free ebook today. I am late for a meeting, but I wanted to make sure I came in here and I served you guys at a high level. So thank you all for tapping in, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a blissful, magical, and manifesting day.